notice show up, and basically they spent $30 in gas to have $2 coffee. I get the whole socializing aspect, but I don't know how much sense that makes. So early on in my framing career, if I was at the job site, no matter what the weather, I could almost guarantee that unless hell freezed over, we were gonna work that day. So just kind of what I got used to early on. Other thing, guys, it's good to kind of know is how to what the gun feels like when you got a good solid connection behind your nails. So I know Hitachi's pretty good, no Pasto's pretty good, and you know when you got it good, and you know when you kind of shank the nail. So more for safety reasons than anything else. Just kind of understand the gun you're using and how to make good strong connections each time. And if you miss, to put another nail. Because if you want to instill confidence in your crew, you can do that by building solid frames for them to walk on. Whereas if your crew is questioning if something's gonna fail, well, they're gonna hesitate, and that might lead, like that might lead to danger. Two more hangers to go here. All right, so these joists here came pre-cut, which is kind of nice. 16 on center. So instead of putting them in line half and half on the wall, I like to stagger them. It gives more bearing. I'm not worried about the walls being off or anything. It's just something that I got used to. Kind of a habit of mine. There's nothing wrong with giving these joists 2 3/4 bearing and putting them all in line. Might actually speed up the plywood, but I know if it was my house, I would want that extra bearing over halfway on the wall. So we had an early day yesterday because, well, the floor wasn't here, and also England was playing at 3 o'clock, so kind of worked out in a way. But all worked out. England won and the floor showed up. So guys, I don't know if there's a framer watching out there, or should I say framing box, who doesn't own one of these hanger guns, or positive placement nailers as they're referred to. But if you don't, I would. And they are a huge time saver. And I actually own a few of them. I own 2 of the 1.5" models, 1 Boss Stitch, 1 Hitachi that you just saw, and I own a New Tools PNEU model that I use for shooting the bigger 2.5" number 16 nails. And I use those for the LVL connections you see there, and just even having that one tool will pay for itself in no time, just from not having to get out the palm nailer. Okay, so that's that. All right, so we got that side done. I'm gonna quickly cut this side. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna put a joist. Gonna cut this one back and put a joist right there on the corner, just so I can avoid the insulation stops. Now this specific run, I will go half and half, and with a little bit of luck, my 4-foot sheet will break halfway. So I'll put these more or less on their marks, and then chuck that line, cut that line. When you're working alone, you want to find, it's important to find a pace that works for you, because it's a different animal and working with a crew. There's obviously benefits to both, but you don't want to overtax yourself. At the same time, you want to get stuff done. It's human nature. But just doing little things like having the radio going. I can't do it right now, obviously. Under normal circumstances I would.